What's up, everybody? Welcome to Free Spirit Tarot. I am Poetry. You are here for your Set Intentions reading. Saturday, November 8th, 2025. We set intentions on the weekend to carry us throughout the whole week. And you make the choice of whether you want to actually go forward with these actions. This is not something specific towards your life that's already happened or what's going to happen. These are actual choices that you're making based on the cards, um, things that we could do to better improve ourselves. Get us more spiritually in line, get us more balanced, whether it be with health, finances, relationships. I just realized just today I did not do the full moon reading on November 5th. It was the day after the election, and I was on my other channel doing videos about the election, and I totally forgot to do the full moon reading. This particular full moon was called the Beaver Moon according to the almanac. I know there's different sources that call it different things, but I go off to the almanac, and the almanac did indeed call this the Beaver Moon. And railroad tracks. In short, what that means is we're looking at things, or the Beaver Moon helps us to prepare our shelter for the winter, prepare our shelter for the storms that may come, prepare our shelter so that we can be protected throughout the harsh months, harsh times, harsh weather. So, what I'm going to be doing today is looking at the cards for our set intentions to find out what we could do to help um, protect our shelter, reinforce our shelter. If we need to make modifications to our shelter, things that will make our house a more stabler place, make our foundation in which we move through life on um, a better situation. So if you're here for that, stick around. I appreciate you being here for this video. I am going to be using Kipper cards. I'm going to be using the Barbie Kipper cards because I think they're cute. But I'm not going to be doing it Kipper style. I'm going to be using these Kipper cards as oracle cards for us today. Um, I forgot to mention in the last set intentions reading, do not tarot and drive. My girl Antoinette pointed out, she's like, how are you doing that? Very carefully, girl. Okay, so make sure I get us a good little shuffle going on. Need to change lanes. I'm going to change lanes first. Get around this car who is actually driving the speed limit. I'm going over the speed limit. That car is driving the speed limit. But I didn't want to roll up on them or blow my horn or nothing like that. I hope you weren't turning right though, sir, because they got the right turn lane blocked off. All right, so what we're doing, what intentions are we going to be setting this week? What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to do? What do we need to modify? What do we need to build up on? I'm personally doing my home, trying to clean out a lot of things I no longer need, and fertilizer down in the grass. This is the last time of the year in Florida for which we can add fertilizer to prepare for when the spring comes around and the grass starts to grow. I don't want the dormant grass to die off, and I want it to come back healthier. So that's one of the things I'm doing. Like I say, also removing stuff out of my home altogether. I've been in my house 2 years. I haven't hung up but two pictures. So I'm getting all my pictures off the floor and finally put them on the walls, even though I still plan on moving in 2 years myself. But I got to make my space better for me mentally. So I'm trying to wait for this light to change before I actually draw the first card, because I don't want to distract the driver that's behind me. All right. Let me get the sun visor on. Try to give us a little bit of coverage. And it says great fortune, good luck, triumph, and wish fulfillment is what some tools that we can use to help us get our shelter stable. So use a little bit of good fortune. And I believe that sometimes we create our own fortune, we create our own destiny. But I also want to look at that as far as finances, how we can stabilize our shelter in our home is to take a deep look at our finances to make sure that we are going to be sound when it comes to fortune when the new season comes around. We want to make sure we can last throughout this winter because there's so many things that's going on that can hinder our pockets. Have us strapped for the holidays. The holiday season itself keeps people strapped. I'm personally not participating in any shopping during the holidays this particular year. I'm not going to feel guilty about it because some people times I tell people don't give me nothing, and sometimes they do anyway. But they do it with the intent of like, you really didn't give me nothing. They do it with the intention of making you feel bad. I'm not doing it, and I'm gonna feel good about not doing it. I am participating in the protests as far as the blackouts, and I'm blacking out all the way into the rest of this year. There will be no further shopping on my behalf. So I'm trying to keep my finances in order. I'm going to sit down with my all my debts, all my credit cards, my revolving debts. Look at the what am I looking at? The interest rates on them, and then make a plan to start paying it off again. I know I can do it. I did it once. I got my debt down to zero when I bought my house 2 years ago, and somehow I didn't let myself get back off the rails. Good fortune. We're going to work on our finances to help strengthen the fortune that we can carry over into the next season. Okay. And like the card was saying, like wish fulfillment, it was one of the things that was listed on there. Okay. So you got to sit down and make a plan about what you want to have happen. I'm getting tools together for my vision board concern. One of the things I want to try to remove is a lot of worry. You can be concerned about how things are going to move forward without actually worrying about them and stressing about it and keeping. So you want to get rid of that uncertainty, that angst, and focus. Okay. One of the things concern makes you do is have an inability to focus. If you're always worried about the shoe dropping, if you're always worried about where the next dollar is going to come from, instead of sitting down and organizing that amount, so that way you can have it on paper in front of you so you can see it visually. Instead of you doing that, we're going to remove the worry and concern. We're going to remove the worry. I still say concern is healthy because to be completely naive about what could possibly happen, to remove that concern altogether will not help you create a actual plan going forward. So throw a little concern in there so that way you can get that plan worked out, but don't harp on it. Don't continuously worry about it and beat yourself up about it. Like, don't get into that woe is me type of mentality. What else we got here? How many cards I'm going to do? Because this card says mature man, but it's dealing with wisdom and support. Seek out areas of support. Gain some advice from those that you trust. Somebody, and it may be very well be a male, but somebody that carries a lot of masculine energy, and I think I'm kind of just stuck on the finances part right here. But you may need to hire handyman to help fix things around the house that you can't fix. You're trying to be a DIYer and some stuff just ain't getting done. You may need to hire someone to get that support. You may need to speak to somebody that knows what they're doing to get their advice on how to do it correctly if you're a DIYer. You may want to go talk with your bank about your financial future. Set up life insurance policies, things of that nature. And your financial advisor may very well be a male, an older, mature male. Not saying if you go into the bank seeking for a financial advisor and they send you out a woman that turn your back and turn away because you don't know what her energy is bringing at that time. You don't know where her knowledge, how mature her knowledge can be. Why? Oh, I was about to say something about this car in front of me too. But again, they are doing the speed limit. I'm not doing the speed limit. Speed limit is 30, but nobody does 30 through this area. Everybody does 50, 60 miles an hour. But this person, they decided they're going to do the speed limit. One, I think they're scared to go past this truck. Come on, baby girl. You can do it. You can do it. Don't be intimidated. It ain't even no big 18-wheeler type truck. There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make it happen. Make it happen. Keep it popping. I'm going to do 5 today. See, and here we go with the mature woman. It's just that you need to just seek out some advice, get some support of people who've been there and done that. I actually am looking, my support is somebody I don't even know. I found a channel here on YouTube that helps you alleviate debt and shows you different ways in which you could do so, different methods, different tricks of the trade that can help you alleviate some of the debt. And yeah, that's one of the pieces of advice that I'm going to go forward with. I'm looking at myself as well, because like I say, I've done it before, pulling up old forms that I've completed or videos that I've already talked about it in and following that path. Because even though I know how to do stuff, doesn't mean that I'm actually doing it. So yeah, guidance and positive influence, keep those affirmations up with yourself as well. And then sudden wealth, gains and profit. It appears that you would have those sudden wealth and those gains and those profits that you need to help keep your shelter together, help make it stable for the winter to come. So when the fall, spring, a new season comes around, you'll be set. You can enter into that new era without worry and concern. I simply love these cards. Come on, car. You ain't got no excuse now. All right, so that's going to be our intentions this week. We're going to be looking at these type of things. We're going to be seeking advice, seeking wisdom, researching, planning, um, developing a structure or a program, or I can't think of the word I want to say. It's not necessarily a plan. I mean, it's a plan, a routine, a habit. Creating a budget also can help with that sudden wealth at the end, and you'll see how much more prosperous you'll be when the spring comes around. Cut out all the spending, all the excessive spending. I looked at my Amazon account and it told me that I saved $960 a year, and I was thinking, if I save $960, because my savings usually don't be that doggone much on Amazon, how much did I actually spend? So when I told y'all before that I wasn't buying another tarot deck, that's what I meant. I spend thousands of dollars a year, or hundreds of dollars a year. I think my collection is worth about 4,000, and I don't have a lot of cards, but at least some of them have matured in value. At least some of them. But yeah, just getting that house together. I plan on moving in 2 years. I plan on moving from one of the most expensive states to another expensive state, and I have to be able to afford it. Move from Florida to California. I have to be able to afford it. And my whole mindset was that I can afford it here. I should be able to afford it there. But I have no nest egg. And I need to start working on putting that nest egg back together. So when I make the moves that I can move, I won't be hard pressed. I won't be stressed out. I don't need us taking worry into this winter season and we losing our damn hair falling out because we stressing out, blood pressure all up because we stressing out. Always, every time we buy something, we check in the bank balance to make sure we ain't overdrawing because we stressing out. I need us to get mentally stable so that our outer house can be stable as well. And let's say, in addition to the outer home, um, am I saying that right? In addition to, that may not be the right word, but but in addition to getting our inner self, our inner home, get our outer home, our physical home, in order to do some caulking around the windows to help reduce your energy bills. Um, Find like any gaps or holes in the walls and the cracks in the foundation. Get those worked on as well. This is the perfect time of year now, that the time that the temperature is getting cooler, so that property can settle and heal itself. Um, Cleaning out the house, get the vents together, you know, making the air freer. You seem to have a clearer mind to do things properly when you can breathe easy. So you want to do things like that. This is our time to work on our shelter, our physical shelter, which we call a temple. Our body is our temple, and the one in which we live in as well. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. Peace.